It looks like the fallen angel had one flight left in him. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Kevin Zwicker from Fast Count coming at you. And before I get into the video, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe. We are this close to 2,000 subs, so if you could hit that subscribe button, it'd be much appreciated. But tonight, we had a very much talked about Texas death match go down between Hangman Adam Page and Christopher Daniels on tonight's episode of AEW Collision. If you've been watching and keeping up with the dirt sheet the last couple of days, this is supposedly Christopher Daniels' last match as an in-ring competitor. And if this is true, he went out with a bloody bang. Now, Christopher Daniels is a guy who's very similar in my mind to Lance Storm, as a guy who's very underrated and a guy who's extremely influential. If you watch Christopher Daniels' earlier work and watch certain guys on today's wrestling scene, you can see that they're very comparable. In my mind, Christopher Daniels is a part of the greatest triple threat match of all time between him, AJ Styles, and Samoa Joe at 2005 TNA Unbreakable. A phenomenal match if you've never seen it. But in tonight's match tonight with Hangman Adam Page, anytime we get Hangman Adam Page in a Texas death match, he turns into Game 6 LeBron James on the Miami Heat against the Boston Celtics. He is in another zone, and this match was very bloody, very emotional, very dangerous affair. You got all the works. You got the barbed wire. You got the chair shots. You got the going through tables. You saw all the works that we are accustomed to seeing in AEW Texas death matches. There was one spot in the match where Hangman Adam Page, he used barbed wire and he wrapped it around Christopher Daniels' mouth. It kind of looked like he was cheese grating him. Very violent stuff. You know, I'm not a fan of this gratuitous violence all the time. Every once in a while, it's okay, but violence for violence just isn't my thing. But this was a very entertaining match in my mind. Christopher Daniels was a bloody mess. If this is his last match, he went balls to the wall. I feel like there was no other perfect way for him to go out outside of something that's unrealistic, like a match against AJ Styles in TNA, or another match against Samoa Joe, which possibly could have happened. But Hangman Adam Page, like I've said in previous videos that I've done, him and Drew McIntyre, to me, are currently the two most interesting characters in all of professional wrestling. I like characters in wrestling that have layers, whereas peaks and valleys, you see different changes as time goes on between characters. And Hangman Page, to me, especially in AEW, is somebody who, if him and Swerve are 1A, 1B, when it comes to MVPs last year, I feel like now is one of the opportunities, especially with the Death Rider stuff, kind of, being dragged through the mud where people aren't really into it. I think as soon as possible, him or Kenny Omega, they need to just jump ship on whatever they planned on doing, especially if it involved Darby Allin, because he's going to be gone now training to climb up Mount Everest. I feel like him or Kenny Omega are the obvious two people who are the individuals who they need to pivot to and put the AEW championship on. More so Hangman Adam Page. I would like to see the dynamic switch between him and Swerve. If we saw last year all the matches that Swerve and Hangman had, it was always Hangman chasing Swerve. I would like the dynamics to change where we have Swerve finally chasing Hangman. In my opinion, and people are going to give me shit when I say this, they are AEW's version of Steve Austin and The Rock, where it's like it doesn't matter how much time has gone between these two, they're always going to be having some type of intertwining feud going at it to where you can pick it up at any time, and it's interesting. That's my opinion when it comes to Swerve and Hangman, and I'd like to see them be able to pivot to that as soon as possible, because I love seeing those two work together. But obviously tonight we got Hangman picking up the W against Christopher Daniels. Christopher Daniels was laid out on the ground. Ref, did the 1 to 10 count. Christopher Daniels wasn't able to get up. Big time win for Hangman Adam Page, but that wasn't enough. After that, he acted as if he was going to walk away, going up to the ramp while the medical team was giving Christopher Daniels his attention. He comes back and hits a fallen angel onto Christopher Daniels on the chair. Nasty stuff. Very much a lot of heel heat going towards Hangman Page, which was the right way for Christopher Daniels to go out. As we all know, when it comes to professional wrestling retirements, 99% of the time, the guy is going out on his shield. There's very, few times where I could think of, just in recent memory, the Undertaker in the Boneyard match and Sting at Revolution last year, where the guy who is retiring goes out, the victor. 99% of the time, the veteran is going out on his shield, and that's what we got tonight. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Did you enjoy this match? What is your favorite Christopher Daniels match of his whole career? Do you think that this was a good way for him to go out? Remember, like the video, hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel out in more ways than you know. And more importantly, it's free. I'm Kevin Zwicker. I'm out.